Okay. Okay. So first of all, good evening.
Good evening.
And okay, everyone's attention is right now on the new album. And first of all, on the song with Anneke. I want to ask you first of all if I don't know, did you have any alternatives besides Anneke? You're good friends with her since the Gathering period. The first tour with the Gathering was with you guys. So, do you have any alternatives besides for that song?
I mean, I can think of a couple of people that we are friends with as well, but for me it's not only a question of friendship, it's a question of vocal charisma as well, and I think Anneke has that. She had that magical voice and performance that we know very well since the Gathering and also with the new project Agua Dainik. And I don't know, it's like a gut feeling. I thought Anneke will be the best to do this song. There could be other voices, there could be other sensibilities, but I'm glad that Anneke was the name that popped into our mind. Because actually, I mean, all the other alternatives like Christina or Sharon or even Tarja Exnac, which was in the picture because we have the same label as her in Portugal, Universal Records. They good singers, but they all owe something to Anneke because she was the first to come up with this voice and this style and this feminine presence in Gothic metal. And also we have a common history with MOONSPELL and the Gathering. We were like in the forefront of a movement that got really big afterwards with other bands. So that could be, to answer your question, there could be other options. But for me, Anneke, she was perfect. And against perfection, you cannot argue.
Exactly. And Night Eternal and also Entwine, if I'm not mistaken, were recorded with the bass player from Amorphis.
Yeah.
And how do you justify this?
Well, we don't have a regular bass player. We have a live bass player, Iris, and we always try to do what we think fits better the band and the nature of the songs. And when we were writing both Antidote and Night Eternal, because we know very well amorphis, we were friends of Nicholas in particular. We always thought that Nicholas was definitely the right person, the right mood, and the right bass player to record Night Eternal. And like Anneke was just, again, a gut feeling, you know. When we listen to the songs, we say this is definitely Nicholas' style. So we just invited him, and he was in Denmark for a couple of days, I think, 2 days.
2 or 3 days. He always brings a special energy to MOONSPELL, you know, since we toured with them. I think he's always had like his attitude and his way that he is around the band. I think it always brings some special emotion, and also like the northern influence that we're not so used to coming from the Latin country, you know, coming from the south of Europe. I think he brought something special and something like, you know, that we don't have so much in our history, like the rock and metal that we would like to have in our country. And I think he brought that in emotion to the album. And he's a very good friend. So, when you listen to Antidote, when it comes to drums and the bass, I think there's something, you know, special and vintage in the sound that is a bit lost these days. You don't hear in many albums with the artists that are in the metal scene these days. So I think he was very essential for the new album at Turn.
Okay, the song Tragic Heights from the new album, the intro is actually inspired by the apocalypse story from the Bible. I don't know, is this related to the latest global events, if like so global warming or something like that?
Probably unconsciously it is. I think the book of Revelation never made so much sense and never encountered so many parallels in actually society and actually in world environment than today, really. So it was something I had up my sleeve for a long time, but actually it never really fitted into any of the MOONSPELL albums. So this time around I decided, I think this album, Night Eternal, the concept, you know, Mother Earth, the kind of pagan poetry that resides behind the album. I think it could definitely start with something powerful. I mean, I have studied here and there the Bible, and for me, the St. John's Apocalypse is one of the strongest books from the Bible, and it's also very revealing and it makes you reflect upon a lot of things. So that's why I picked up these lines, these strong lines, to go and to start to kick off the album. Treasure Heights is a very powerful song. It's a song about falling, not a man this time, but a woman, because all the album revolves around a certain feminine presence and energy.
She suffers.
Yeah, and she hangs from the stars. She's there, half falling, half there, in a way. And it was, for me, it's a big piece of literature as well. Very strong, very meaningful, very poetic, very dramatic, and I think it definitely fitted the nature of such a song.
And you're also a poet.
Am I?
I don't know, what inspires you to write the lyrics?
Mostly other poets, other books, other ideas, other insights, other sensibilities. I don't know, stuff I see on the streets, stuff I dream about. I think inspiration doesn't have necessarily to come from just one source. I think it's more a state of mind, being available for things, for the beauty and for the horror of things. And that's what mostly inspires me to write, and there's always stuff to write about.
And when you released the Butterfly Effect, did the media or the fans' reactions, I don't know, didn't keep the musical direction of that album to the future ones, or it was just an experiment?
Like we announced at the time, it was definitely the peak of an experimental Moonspell, but with the albums you never know. I mean, we compose music, whatever goes in our mind, and what went in our mind at the time was something more apocalyptic, something more electronic. We were listening to a lot of electronic music. It was also
Manson, it was also the generation, the 90s, 2000s. It was very confusing, I think, for everybody. Everybody had this, I think, chaotic state of mind and not knowing what was coming in the future. I think every band, sensed that. And I think Moonspell, naturally went through, that those stages in our life, in our career, and we learned from that. Going to London to the Butterfly Effect, to have that experience, to be in a studio that, that had so much history in the rock and pop scene. I think that brought a lot to the future that we are at now, and the present that we are at Night Eternal. And if we hadn't taken those steps and experimented and risked it, even though we sold less records or people had bad reviews, that has a lot more to do with who we are today. Because we've never been here for the sales or for any kind of trends. We've always been here for the reality of our music and our expression and our message. And anything else is, in my opinion, bullshit.
Okay, well, the last question I have for you guys is about actually promoting a new album. What would you choose between promoting the album on a public TV, most of them having a lack of interest in the metal scene, or on online TV based on metal?
If you ask me, I'll promote it everywhere, because metal is a music. It's intelligent music for intelligent people, and I'm not the guy that buys into the cliche that the public television only dumb people see it, and that the online television only intelligent people see it. So I think you have to reach people. When you have an album, you have to expose it and to promote it as far as you can, because you really believe in your music, and it doesn't alter the nature of your music if you go into public TV or online TV. In Portugal, we've been many times in public TV, and we're still the band that we are. So
it's an example. Also, you have to set something for the future generations. And I think we're very pioneer in what we're doing, coming from not only from Portugal, from Spain, Italy, Greece, Romania, all these countries that are undiscovered. There's so much talent, and we have to show people that it doesn't matter where you come from, that if you believe in it and you want to do it, you can succeed. and that's what matters. It doesn't matter anything else.
Okay, well, thank you for your time, and in the end, if you'd like to say a few words to the Romanian fans looking forward to the show.
Be there or die in pain. It's going to be great, and we love Romania. The show is definitely awesome. So tomorrow we're going to bring Bucharest down.
Fucking